היי, how are you? שלום, מה שלומכם? כאן אפרת יהלומית בר-וומן. How are you? אפרת יהלומית בר-וומן is here. This is where I work. This is my tailor shop. And I'm working right now on this gown for a wedding. I'm just making the straps a little bit shorter, taking in the straps or the shoulders, and I just stitched them together, so now I have to just close it by hand. It's been kind of strange today, a very strange day, and I've heard that from several people too, like they're very tired. I was tired this morning, had a hard time getting up. Last night I got home very late. There were all kinds of things happening, and needed to stop, get some gas in the car. I ran out of dog food. I had to go to stop, get some dog food on the way, and got some food on the way. And then when I got home to the marina, I heard like noise of water, running water, a lot of running water. So I'm thinking, oh no, something's wrong. So as I get on the ramp from the car parking lot down the ramp to the docks, the main water pipe split. So I guess there's like two pipes which are kind of connected, and they just broke from each other. I heard people were fixing the pipes yesterday, and maybe didn't pay attention, or sometimes just the pressure of water can do that. So there was a lot of water just going down into the creek, and that's a bit of an issue now here in California. We're having droughts, summers here. It's fire season. Unfortunately, we have a fire season now. So anyway, I called them right away. I took a short video to show what it looks like and where it is, so they'll know. And it was already dark. It was around 9 p.m. by the time I got there yesterday. It was pretty late for me, and so it was a little dark, and the guy told me where I can shut off the water. It was dark, too dark to see it, so I had my phone for a light, but then I couldn't. I had to reach down kind of under the dock a little bit, reach down to turn it off, and while holding the phone with the light, which was a little bit too complicated. Luckily some kid went by, one of the neighbor's kids went by, a teenager, and I asked him to help, so he shut it off while I was holding the light for him to see, and so we were able to shut it off. And then later on they came and fixed it. So this morning it looked like a big almost cast on the on the pipe, but the water is no longer running into the creek. This morning I don't know what happened. I did have my alarm on my phone, regularly, and I'm like, well, 5 more minutes, okay, and then it goes again, and okay, 5 more minutes, I'll get up in a few, and then I wake up and it's like almost an hour later. It's like, oh my God, now I have to kind of rush, I have to go do things faster, but nonetheless, I made it to work on time. What I do if something happens, something's not going smoothly, is I just ask the universe for what it is I want to happen. So like I'm asking to have a parking space, special for me, and then I'm like really excited that when I get there I find that parking space that's waiting specifically for me. And I do this at the gym because the gym has a lot of not enough parking space, the gym where I go. And so before I leave in the morning and I go to the gym, I ask that I'll have my special parking spot waiting just for me. And when I get there, there's like one parking space open for me, or somebody's just coming out just when I get there. And again, I get my special parking space. It never fails if I do it a little bit in advance. If I forget and I do it when I just get there, sometimes I have to wait a few minutes. But I just put it in my routine, you get up, brush your teeth, put your clothes on, blah, blah, blah. Get out to the car, ask for a parking space. Go to the gym, here's your parking space. So I do that, and when I'm late, I also ask that I would like shower quickly, get to work on time, that I have a parking space by work as well, stuff like that. I also ask sometimes to like have more income if I feel that it's I don't have enough or I need to boost it up a little. I ask for more income. I ask for abundance. Abundance is kind of a very big word, abundance of what? So you have to say whether you need abundance of health, abundance of happiness, abundance of work, abundance of income, abundance of what is it that you need. So I'll be a little bit more specific, but yeah, you ask something and it's given. The thing is when you ask, is to not worry about how it's going to get to you. Leave that to the universe, the man upstairs, God, whatever you want to call it. Just leave it for them to worry about it, because the universe has so many amazing ways to give you what it is you want. So you need to just basically focus on what is it that you really want and not how you're going to get it, because it's coming as soon as you put it out there and then let it go. That's the other thing. You need to not worry about it, because if you worry about it, you're basically saying, I don't have it, and what the universe is hearing is, I don't have it. And so what you're getting is an I don't have it experience. So if you have an experience, this one's done. Now the other one. If you want an experience of having something, you need to A, ask for it, and B, you need to say thank you for having it, as if you already have it. And so every night I try to remember, every night before I go to bed, to say thank you, because when you do that at night, You go to sleep and you wake up with that feeling and that emotion already there. But if you didn't, and sometimes I'm so tired and I read a book or something and then I just fall asleep, and so you need to do it first thing in the morning when you just wake up. So wake up, say thank you, and that works wonderful, because when you say thank you for things that you already have and you're grateful for, and when you say thank you for things you want as if you have it. So I say thank you for having food, thank you for having a nice comfortable bed, thank you for having income, thank you for having my health, thank you for having a good relationship, thank you for having a job or work or whatever, thank you for having time off, thank you for being healthy, and so on and so on. Thank you for all the wonderful things that are in your life or you want to have in your life, and then those things fill up your life, of course, because what it is, whatever thought you put out there and feelings, that's what's gonna be happening in your life. And so if you keep thinking that you don't have things, then you will not have those things, because the universe does not know the word no. I don't want that. The universe knows what you do want. So when you say, oh, well, I'm lacking love, I'm lacking income, I'm unemployed. If you say, oh my God, I'm unemployed, the universe here, I'm unemployed. And that's what the universe would give you. And so you gotta say thank you for having a job, thank you for having income, thank you for having food, thank you for having a place to live, and so on. So what happens is the universe here, I have income, I have a place to live, I have a job, I have. And when you say that, you get more of what you put out there. So if you want more of something, you definitely need to say thank you for having it. So it's kind of funny how that works. Anyway, today was a very strange day with the energy. The energy is like taking a break, going on vacation. I don't want to do anything. I'm tired. Nothing really works out the way I want to or I plan to. So I realized some days you just need to not do anything or not do what you thought you would do, and just be the way, just be here right now. And it's kind of funny because I'm thinking that we're in sort of like a big play, and we're on stage, and we are put into those suits with characters, and my character wants to do something and things aren't going the way my character wants it to go. So wouldn't that be a comedy? However, if I get all upset and I get frustrated and I try harder, I'm only going to get stuck even harder because that's how it works. And so you need to just kind of laugh at it and say, wow, isn't that a funny comedy that I'm in today? And we have some days like that when it's a comedy, and we just need to, hey, take it as it comes, whatever, not get stressed out. Somebody did something funny on the road. There's so much noise outside. For example, as I came out, the marina area, they're building there right now, and they're also creating a new road where there wasn't a road before. So they're extending a road that came to a T-section and making it into a four-way. And right now, it's been, for years of course, it's been that anybody coming to the T-section has a stop sign, but people going on the main road do not. So people coming to the T-section have to stop and wait for the ones going straight. So now the road from the marina and in and out of the marina is the straight one. So I'm used to just going straight, or I turn left into that road that comes into the T, and they have a stop sign, so they have to wait for me to turn left before they continue. Now today, as they were walking there, they put a stop sign to my people coming from where I'm coming from the marina. And so I saw the stop sign and I stopped. Now there was a bus coming from at the T-section, and he's used to us going first and not stopping, which is the same way I'm used to. And so I stopped and he didn't go. And he looked at me, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe he is waiting for me to go first, because usually we are going first. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, but I do have a stop sign. But for a minute I thought, oh, he's not going, well, maybe I'm supposed to go. So I kind of just moved a little bit forward, and then he started going. So I stopped again, and I'm like, well, there's a stop sign here right now, except the stop sign was on a piece of wood. You know how when they do road work, they sometimes put signs on like a triangle of wood. So he couldn't see that there is a stop sign there, because he couldn't see that shape of the stop sign from his end. So obviously confusing to him, confusing to me and everybody else around there. There were people working there, but they weren't, like, there wasn't a person holding a sign, you stop, you go, vice versa. So, and that was the first thing I encountered this morning when I was just leaving. And then there were other things, like somebody, all of a sudden changing lanes and then going really quickly in front of everybody and then coming back into my lane, which was, I'm on about to turn right lane, and he's behind me and behind a few other cars, and all of a sudden he goes right in front of everybody, comes back to turn, or something like that. All kinds of strange things. It's been a quiet day at work. Not too many people came in, which I like, because I like my quietness, and I like to be able to work and be a little bit more concentrated on my work. Because when people come, I have to get up, I have to leave what I'm doing, I have to get up, and I have to help them do a fitting if they pick up, give them their order, take the money, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I like when people come in. I like the interactions with the people. However, sometimes I need just quiet to work, because if I'm up helping customers all the time, I can't do the sewing work, and then I have to end up staying late in order to do it and finish it here. It's all done. I took those, shortened those straps for her, and she's ready to go to the wedding. Excuse me one moment, because now I'll have to steam it and hang it. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back with my next project. This is a black gown that's also for a wedding, and I shortened it, and I shortened one of the straps, because originally it looked like she would need one, but apparently she needs both of them shortened, and also it was way too wide here, like stretched out, so I had to kind of gather it a little bit and make it smaller, but needs a tiny bit more. And then I added some cups inside, because she's not as busty as this dress is, and the dress didn't have any cups inside. Most dresses do, this one didn't, and so I added cups, but I need to tack the cups a little bit better in place. I wanted to see it on her first, make sure it's correct before I go ahead and finish those last details. So I need to switch my thread from navy to black, so I'll do that. So anyway, what I was saying is I noticed that I'm not the only one that kind of feels tired today, and things aren't quite going well as planned, or like something I want to do and it's not happening. I've heard that from other people too, including friends of mine in Israel. So it's happened all over the globe. The energy is just that of standing still, like water standing still. And what it is we just need some time off. And it is summer, it is, you know, the time to slow down a little bit, take a break, take maybe go on a small vacation, staycation, whatever. Just get some sleep, get some rest. Don't think too much. Don't try to get things happening, because they're not gonna happen, and they're just gonna, you know, it won't happen, and then you'll get frustrated. And instead of being frustrated, think about it as a comedy that you know, things just happen differently, or and that's what it is. And so days like this, we need to just be here and now, just be us, just take it easy, not try too much. So I came in and I felt like I'm really disconnected, like I'm not grounded at all. I'm not focused. I'm I don't know, all over the place. So I already, with everything going on, I just knew I should take it easy, not try to get a lot of stuff done, not try to you know, just take it easy. So you know, I think I told you that I'm a fashion designer by profession. I studied fashion design back in the 90s in Israel, but I am also a healer. I'm a Reiki master, and I use other energies. I call that energologia, energology. I have a really, really strong type of energy coming from other beings, healing beings that are come and help me, and they do. Sometimes they perform surgery. You know, it's extremely strong. I use it from far. I can of course be with the person, but there's no need. And since COVID, it's kind of funny that since COVID everything is became more from far. In my case, it's great. I love it. I can help people wherever they are in the world. Doesn't matter. All you gotta do is contact me and say, you know, I need help with this or that, and we can either make an appointment to meet over the phone or WhatsApp or something, or you just give me the name, your name, and basically name is all I need. Sometimes if it's an animal or a pet, it might be good to have a picture of that pet on top of having the name. It just helps. But if I know who you are or what your name is, and I think of, say, your cat, and your cat got injured and needs some healing energy to help them recover faster, you know, then I can do that. So you can get in touch with me. You can put it in the put it in the comments, and let me know that you need some help, and I would love to help you and do that. I do have a small fee for that, so you can pay me via Cash App or Venmo, or if you're in the United States. If you're in a different country, I'm working on having the ability to take credit cards. I don't have it yet. I've tried something and it wasn't working well. I had to stop it, so I'll just get a new way to do that. If you're in Israel, I have we can do a direct deposit. So anyway, here I already did the one strap. So yeah, I enjoy doing that. You know, I get my main income from my sewing. I've been doing this for years. It's kind of a little bit of an art form to alter clothes and make them really fit you, you know, like sculpt them to your body. And so, and I think my knowledge with healing and the body, because I've learned some other things like a Swedish massage and the Bowen, what is it called? I forget what it's called. It's like making and not enlightenment. It's a different word, to kind of straighten you up. That's what it means. Anyway, with all that knowledge I have, and my knowledge in fashion as a seamstress and tailor, I can look at the body and how you stand or how things are, and I see what you need, and I see what the garment need to fit you better. So my understanding of the body, together with my understanding of fabrics and how fabrics work when they are covering a body, and what happens if you take it in, let it out, pull it here, pull it there. For example, if you pull it here, you see what happens here. That happens. So if I have, say, one shoulder slightly higher, all the clothes, which are made exactly the same on both sides, will kind of have that in them. So sometimes if I'm taking a shirt to make it smaller and you have that, I have to take more on one side and less on the other to make it look more even on you. Of course, if somebody else will wear it, it's gonna look uneven on them. A lot of people have, one shoulder higher or lower, one hip higher or lower, which makes their legs appear uneven. Usually it's the shoulders or the hips, not the legs or arms. And it's just that when you're standing, and if you hurt the shoulder or you work a lot with your, say, right arm and right shoulder, that your muscles are bigger and tighter, and so it might pull your shoulder up versus the other one, and that will make appear like this arm is shorter than the other. So when you stand in front of a mirror, just stand straight and look, a full-size mirror, and you can see if your arms are coming down to the same place, the same place in your body, say under your waist belt, let's say, in your pants or something, so you can see if they are even or not, or one is longer or appear to be longer than the other. And so that's what I do, and I can help people get their clothing fit their bodies better. I can also help you get healthier with all the tools that I've accumulated over the years, not just the healing, but other things too, as well as a healthy lifestyle, eating correctly, moving, thinking. It's all connected. We can't just eat well but not move and not think positively and be in stress, and we could get very sick just from stress thoughts and feelings, even though we eat well. And most people don't eat well in the Western world. People who are in other countries may not eat well because they don't have the food or money, and it seems like countries that have the money just have horrible food. So if you go to a big supermarket, and you have the vegetables and fruits on one side, and maybe like a what you call it, like a place where you buy cheese and milk, special foods and stuff, whatnot, on the other. But everything in the center, everything that was made pre-made with in a factory. It's just horrible. It's just not food, basically. It's definitely not nutritious. It doesn't give our bodies anything we need. And a lot of the if you don't buy organic foods, and even organic foods in supermarkets are they're being harvested way before they are actually ripe, which means they don't have all the nutrients that we need to have in them. So our body doesn't get all the nutrients we need. And then we have to take supplements. But a lot of those supplements that you see out on the shelves in the stores are broken into separate parts of supplements. So it's not like when you eat an apple and you get everything good from the apple. This you have I don't know, potassium separate, you have iron separate, you have whatever, omega separate. And also a lot of them are made, they're not natural, they're synthetic. And because synthetic is something you can put a patent on and sell, and then of course they sell it cheaper than the ones that are made of actual fruits and vegetables. And so most people would buy those synthetic ones because they're cheaper. But you know what? Our body can't really recognize those as nutrients the body needs. So what happens is the body gets rid of it real quick. So you end up spending money on something and then, excuse my language, pissing it out, and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do for your body. It's just not, I think it's kind of a scam, to tell you the truth. Big pharma and the vitamin industry and all that. So if you want to know what I do, contact me and I'll let you know, because I have some really good supplements which are made of fruits and vegetables and berries, and there's like 30 kinds of them inside the supplements, and they're really great. I also do a shake every morning. That's my breakfast. I love it. My son, I have a son who's almost 21 by now, and he loves those too. They have them in chewables, gummies, and they're so good, yummy. It's almost like little like dried fruit type of, except so these are really gummies that are made of actual fruits and vegetables and berries, and so they're really yummy, and they're nutrients. They give you all those nutrients, phytonutrients, all those antioxidants that you need to cleanse your body from all the stuff that's, there's so much dirt and stuff in our water, in our food, in the air. Like, we eat, drink, and breathe plastic, tiny pieces of plastic everywhere we are in the world right now. And by the way, I'm trying to reduce the amount of plastic, so I'm trying to use bottles that are metal and reusable, refillable. The problem is that water coming from the faucet isn't always the best, and then so once again you resort to buying water in bottles, which are in plastic bottles. And then in turn, okay, I recycle them, but I don't know if all of that actually gets recycled, and some of it gets into the environment or landfill or whatnot. We really need to pick up our pace and, you know, get that stuff and, you know, get solutions for that, because our earth is not gonna wait much longer. It's not waiting anymore. It's already getting warmer. It's already telling us, you know, with fires, with floods, with earthquakes, all of that stuff, that it's not gonna take a way of you know, not appreciating what we have and disregarding it. And it's not going to accept us like that anymore. It's just going to get rid of us. Basically, we're getting rid of our own environment, which is make us to be a parasite. And I'm thinking, okay, we had dinosaurs, and then we had all kinds of large animals, and then we had humans, and next we're gonna have insects and bacteria, and who knows what's gonna be the next species that's gonna grow out of that. That would be interesting. Well, we might want to stick around and see what happens, you know. But in the meantime, I urge all of you to reuse your clothing instead of buying new ones all the time. Try to use your older clothes, and just use people like me that can alter and help. I'm kind of toying with the idea of making things from clothes that are, you know, people don't want. People do give them away. Like thrift stores are, you know, reusing, and that is great. So I want to encourage everybody to try to do that. And they are recycling fabrics as well. At least here in California, you see those places where you can put all clothes in boxes that you can just drop clothes in there, and they recycle fabrics. They take them from the stores as well, because those thrift stores get so much that they can't handle. They get overwhelmed, basically, and some of it is really good condition, a lot of it isn't, or they're just taking all that to the companies where they recycle fabric materials, and that's great. By recycling cotton, for example, we maybe don't have to keep producing more cotton, which means we don't have to use the land as much, and we don't have to, because what happens is we grow and grow and grow and deplete the land from all its nutrients. So even now when we're growing fruits and vegetables, the land doesn't have all that the nutrients for those plants to put in the, you know, in the apple, in the tomato, and so on. And then it's being cut and harvested months before it's even good, and then they put it in refrigerators and stuff and wait. So by the time it gets to the supermarket, it looks nice, like a tomato looks really nice and red. The apples look great, but they don't really have what we need. So if you can afford to grow your own, that is the best. I have some tomatoes I'm growing. I have some strawberries I'm growing, and they're so sweet and wonderful. I love them. You know, the ones you get from the supermarket a lot of times have no taste. It's mostly water. Hey, this is Efrati Alomit Berwoman. Look, guys, Look what I have here. Tomatoes. And some more of them. There's all kinds of tomatoes. I do buy organic, and still sometimes when you see strawberries that are huge, they're overwhelmed, like they're being pumped out with water. They just taste like water, basically. They don't taste like a strawberry. They're not sweet, they're not nice. Like, I remember the strawberries we used to get when I was a child, and my mom would buy them from the the people growing them, little farms and so on, in Israel, and they were so sweet and so good. So, and yeah, maybe they don't hold that long, but you eat them right now. We live here and now. We live right now. Every moment is a moment you live in. So just having a strawberry like that and enjoying it is such a amazing blessing. Why eat a pizza? It's horrible. It has nothing for you other than fat. I mean, fat is basically a way for our body to store food that it can't get rid of, and inside of it it stores all the other things it can't get rid of, which are not good for us. They're free radicals and stuff that are being stored in fat. So when we go on a diet and start losing fat, all those free radicals get in our bloodstream and make us feel really bad. And basically our mind is then telling us, go eat, because you're hungry. Go eat, you don't eat. Why? Because the brain's trying to make sure we don't starve, and make sure that we are protected from all those things, free radicals and whatever things that are not good for us. So what we really need to do is drink a lot of water, at least 8 cups a day, and a bottle like this is 2 cups of water. So you need 4 of these every day. So we should drink 2 when we get up, and it's better if it's warm or like room temperature, not cold. And then maybe 2 after breakfast, 2 after lunch, and 2 after dinner, and eat dinner early enough, like 3 or 4 hours before you go to bed. So then by the time you finished dinner and you had the water, not right after you ate, but maybe half hour, an hour after you ate, or before you eat, I should say, an hour or 2 before you eat, because the water, if you drink right when you eat, it dilutes the food in your stomach, and the food doesn't get digested correctly, and again you're messing up with the nutrients that your body needs. So, but you want to finish drinking early enough so you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, because that's not so nice, especially during the cold months of winter. So anyway, I'm done with this one, so I have to put it away now, and so I'll say goodbye to you. And if you like and subscribe. I'm working on some other things right now, so in the future I might have more things for you. But yeah, Efrat Yahalomit Bear Woman. You can write me in the leave me a note if you want me to get back to you, and we can go from there. Thank you much, and have a wonderful day, and the weekend's coming soon, so have a wonderful weekend. Bye.